Hey, folks, what is this, 8? Howie Marlin behind the golden microphones of the IMC Club Radio, still decompressing from Sun and Fun 2016, where we had a hell of a time. Beautiful weather, phenomenal experience. I met up with Rod Rakic from Open Airplane. We met a few years ago, and he presented this sort of rent-a-plane program based on the Civil Air Patrol concept to get checked out in one and you're checked out in all. By the way, you should know that you can go to any Open Airplane FBO, get your biannual and your Open Airplane certificate as well. So you should definitely check that out. Well, here's Rod as we were in line for dinner at the Tail Wheels Etc. extravaganza. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to the internet, my friend. How can I help you?
We're online.
All systems go!
And in your face. You are listening to the golden microphones of the IMC Radio. News, opinions, and your calls.
You gotta see that big picture.
Sometimes if you stop the machine, then you realize, whoa.
You have to have some foresight and think about what kind of an effect is that going to have on air travel.
How important is aviation to you?
Feel the bass, come to the place, and we set the bass high. Right to the light, like the morning sky.
What were you doing in Virginia?
We were on a 12-day road trip from Maine down to Florida, over to New Orleans, and back to Chicago, stopping at flight schools and flying clubs all across this half of the country, talking about Open Airplane.
No kidding. That's phenomenal. Oh, by the way, the song that you hear in the background is by N-Train, which is a band from my hometown.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's really... Hey, everybody, I'm Howie Marlin, IMC Club Radio, and I'm here with Rod Rakic, who I've known for... My God, it must be 5-6 years.
Yeah, I've been at this for, really since like 2012 now.
That's awesome. And the program is called Open Airplane. And what caught my attention about Open Airplane, of course, is the fact that when you go to rent an aircraft, traditionally you have to go through all sorts of gyrations to get checked out. Then Rod came up with a program based on, well, I'll let you talk about it, which allowed people to have a standardized orientation. Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, well, we used Air Force doctrine, standardization and evaluation. It's really what makes military...
Civil Air Patrol,
the Air Force uses it. The Air Force gives all the guidance the Civil Air Patrol uses in their doctrine. It's what makes military flying safer. It's what makes commercial flying safer. But in commercial, in private flying, you didn't really have that. Part 91, you're kind of on your own. And so really without that kind of standardization, there can't be a lot of trust. And so that's what Open Airplane solved. We solved the trust problem so that pilots would be able to have access to more planes, aircraft owners could get better utilization of their fleets, and everybody wins.
Well, let's just take a second. By the way, we are in line for dinner here at the Tail Wheels Etc. dinner party here at Sun and Fun 2016.
Who will be a Open Airplane operator here very
no
soon.
kidding.
So they're coming on board, yeah.
The Amundsen's jumped on board.
Yeah. It's really exciting.
That's awesome. The whole program, guys, when you fly an airplane for, let's just say, a Civil Air Patrol, where there are standardized aircraft, 172s, and you go from town to town. Wherever your mission is, you're checked out in the aircraft. So, you jump into the seat. Okay, there may be a couple of little nuances, but other than that, the aircraft is the way you expect it. So, you came up with a program based on that, which said, if you're competent enough to fly this aircraft in this configuration from one source, you can do it from another source.
Yes, we offer what we call the Universal Pilot Checkout. It does three things. It resets the clock on the pilot's flight review. It earns them up to a 10% discount on their renter's insurance.
Oh!
And it gives them access to the same make model aircraft all across the country.
All right, so there's the biannual, and there's a discount on your insurance.
Yeah, so, every Universal Pilot Checkout is a flight review, but not every flight review is a Universal Pilot Checkout. So my mission is, why would you ever do an old-fashioned flight review ever again when you can do a Universal Pilot Checkout and get that magic power?
For the same amount.
Right, it's the same thing, really. The difference is the UPC is pass-fail to the PTS. And what that's shown is that not only if you can pass the PTS standard, and 80% of the pilots who show up for a UPC do that on the first try. So it's not impossible. You don't have to, if I can do it, right? Like, it's not impossible. You don't have to be Superman, but you have to be a safe, competent pilot, which means that you're demonstrating competency, not just checking a box, which really makes it so that you show up to the airport, you're more confident because you've demonstrated that competence, which makes flying a lot more fun.
Well, I'm going to tell you straight out that this year I'm going to get involved in your program through Plymouth, Massachusetts, Alpha One.
Okay.
So I'm going to sign up through them, go through the program instead of my biennial, and sign up because now I have a mission because I'm going to California.
Okay.
And when I go to California, I want to be able to jump into the left seat and take my cousins and my friends for a tour up and down the coast and go visit people, which would be out of the grasp of my capabilities if I was to just go in for a 4 or 5 day thing. Guys, this is the really important thing. I can go into SFO or something close to that, get myself the aircraft I'm already checked out for, hop in the left seat, and then go visit, and then come back, finish my mission, go home, instead of the normal gyrations of having to get checked out in an aircraft and the additional expense. So, Rod, I simply appreciate everything that you've done. It's been wonderfully exciting watching your program develop. It's been great seeing how it seems people are embracing the idea universally. Listen, you're like the Hertz of aircraft, and it's a wonderful thing.
Maybe we're like Airbnb at this point, but that's okay.
Well, on behalf of, is there anything new and exciting coming in? If there isn't, just tell us. I'll edit it out.
Well, okay, so the data is that we just crossed 11,000 pilots signed up to fly with us across the country.
Ow! 11,000. That's phenomenal. I mean, that's really, that's remarkable. 11,000 people signed up for the program?
And then we're almost to 100 locations now. We have over 330 aircraft. I think today, operator number 96 came online. So, and that is going to accelerate. So we're continuing to add new locations where pilots want to fly, because that's the number one piece of feedback we get about Open Airplane is, when are you going to bring an airplane to, X airport? And that's what we're really pushing hard on. And we're flying more and more flight hours every month, and that's really the thing we're here for.
Well, that's phenomenal. Hey, Ian, how you doing? Ian from Lockwood. How you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Ian's been having a good time. We'll get back to you and your aircraft in a little while. But, again, Rod, thank you very much for sharing everything that's been going on with Open Airplane, and I really appreciate everything that you've done. You've added the component to what's been horribly missing in our environment, and that's the ability to just go in and rent an aircraft without going through the additional gyrations of getting checked out, which really kept a lot of people from being able to get into the left seat in an airport away from home. So, again, thank you very much. Truly appreciate your time.
Great to see you, Howie. Thanks so much.
And it's great being here at the Tail Wheels, etc. on the first day of Sun and Fun 2016. I'll be checking in with you all later. This is Howie Marlin with the EAA IMC Radio. We'll see you later. Howie out.
Welcome to Plane Talk on WIMC Radio. The views and opinions expressed on Plane Talk are of the host, its guests, and callers. They do not necessarily reflect the views of the IMC Club or IMC Club International.
Brussels National Departure Quebec 0954. Runway 25 right for departure. Taxiway Echo 54.
Dude, this takes so much energy, guys. All right.
JetBlue 1012. Lieutenant November, join Alpha and contact ground on Bonanno. Good afternoon.
You guys should come up here one day. You'd enjoy it. You'd enjoy the show.
Quarter land, 33 right.
Thank you very much.